The perception of Nigerians in South Africa is often contentious, particularly in discussions surrounding crime. Many locals tend to identify any African not exhibiting a distinct South African accent as Nigerian, regardless of their actual nationality. This stereotype is exhibited by media portrayal, as seen during the recent election for Imo State Union in Western Cape, Capetown, South Africa. Various platforms, including Opera Mini News, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, has been used to disseminate propaganda that fuel negative narrative about Nigerians in this context. Let us have a look at some of the clips.
A video has gone viral showing a hall full of Nigerians right here in the Western Cape holding what they call an election. Not for South African leadership, no, but for something they call Imo State Union Governor.
The vote of Governor of Imo State Union, Western Cape, South Africa, elect today. From today, he's officially Governor of Imo State. From today. Inauguration. Governor elect. What is the result? From the power of INEC. I will go get a governor of Imo State. Because Imo State is the 76. If you remember, young Nigerians did say, I can you 100. But then what I see, they can't give me, but can we get more with this? And our governor project Paul to 76 votes.
Now South Africans are asking, what the hell is going on? What is the Imo State Union?
Now, Imo State Union is a social welfare organization composed of individuals from Imo State, Nigeria, who are resident in the Republic of South Africa. This is a community-based group focused on supporting and representing the interests of Imo State, resident in South Africa.
Why is this happening in our country? Most of these Nigerians are here illegally. We're already battling drug trafficking, prostitution, scams, and so much crime linked to illegal foreigners. And now they're setting up their own political structures. Are we now going to have a Nigerian governor in every province? Because if this is happening in the Western Cape, what's stopping it from spreading to Gauteng, Limpopo, KZN? This is not a joke. We have embassies, and that's enough. This is not a union, it's a takeover. And it's happening right under our government's nose, or worse, with their approval. And let's ask an honest question. Would we as South Africans be allowed to do this in Nigeria? Would we go to Lagos, set up our own leadership, rename their roads, and demand space? Of course not. We'd be deported in a heartbeat. And yet in our country, they get to stay illegally, cause chaos, and now even elect governors. It's disrespectful, it's dangerous, and it's lawless.
Alright, we are going to be joining with a man who is Nomenclature Secretary of State. Mr. Uchechukwu Obion has led this organization for more than 6 years, and he's here to give us more information and clarification about this state union, this controversial election, and what it represents. About the name of Nigerians in South Africa, joining me right here is one of Imo State Union elder statesman, Mr. Uchenna Obioha.
Thank you, African Image Expression, for having me. I News South Africa. Actually, my name's, as you mentioned, Honorable Uchechukwu. Uchenna Uchechukwu is the same. Obioha. KDG is Knight of Dagama. St. Dagama here in South Africa, Catholic organization. Talking about Nigeria, I used to be the former publicity secretary of Nigeria Union South Africa. Currently, I'm also the publicity secretary again of All Progressive Congress South African chapter, which is the ruling party, yes, APC.
Okay, thank you very much for having your... There's this ongoing narrative that is fueling a very negative image about Nigerians in South Africa. More especially during the recent election that was hosted in Western Cape, Capetown, South Africa, about Imo State Union in that region. What do you have to say about the narrative that is being carried by several media platforms?
Mr. Akachuku, actually, you never told me you were going to dive into the issues lingering in Cape Town of our chapter of Imo State Union, South Africa. You should have prepared me. First of all, you must know that it's been a year now that I left office as the Secretary General of Imo State Union, South Africa, National Secretary, not even provincial. Talking of Imo State, I've served Imo State for more than 12 years. 3 years as Assistant Secretary, 6 years as Publicity Secretary, and 3 years as Secretary General. National, all the position I'm saying is National Executive. Yes, Imo State Union, let me give a brief intro. I actually started here in Johannesburg before it spreads across the other provinces. Now we have about 7 chapters.
Sapex, he is the leader of this group. Among him here are leaders from Limpopo, Mpumalanga, KZN, Capetown, Northwest, Free State. They are all here.
We don't have Mpumalanga, as he said, and we also don't have Mpumalanga and Limpopo. If not, the organization is spread throughout 7 other provinces. Like I said, we started here in Joburg. Before we continue, for those that doesn't know about Imo State, Nigeria have states in back home where we come from in Nigeria. We use states, while here in South Africa they use provinces.
Imo State Kwenu! Imo State Kwenu! Nigeria Bosoro!
And in Nigeria, politically, Nigeria is practicing the presidential sort of government, while South Africa does the parliamentary part. And in presidential system, you use the word president, and the states have governors. Here, the province have the premiers. So it's just a nomenclature that here in South Africa, Imo State Union is umbrella organization of Imo indigenous residents here in South Africa.
The event that strengthened ties and unity, Imo State National Convention, Ozurimo 2023, brings another form of comeback and sense of belonging to the indigenous people of Imo State living in South Africa.
It's an umbrella organization. Nigeria is a community-oriented people. Wherever we identify with community where we come from. So it happens that people from Imo State back home in Nigeria decided to form an organization, an umbrella that will foster brotherhood, help each other. Look, we are far away from home. People die, people get sick, and it's this umbrella organization that gather around, make sure that their deceased brother body is taken home to Nigeria for a proper burial. In fact, that's the essence of getting together. Anambra does have their own. Other states of Nigeria, even the Northerners, even the Yorubas, do have the organization. So this is why we form it, because we're in diaspora. Inside Nigeria, there's nothing like Imo State Union in Nigeria. No. We don't have such a thing. But we do have community meetings back home in Nigeria. So it's just the same thing that is obtainable in Nigeria that we're also doing here. Because we are very far away from home. We have to be each other's brother's keeper. That is why we formed this organization. So after forming in Joburg, people continue to look for greener pasture. Those in Cape Town, those in KZN, and so on and so forth. And as we establish these chapters, we give them constitution to continue doing what we are doing here in Joburg. Joburg happens to be the headquarters where the president and other national executives are. So now, let me just clear this thing. I saw that clip. Yes, our chapter in Cape Town just had an election. The thing that is, I think that is blowing the dust up is just because of the use of the word governor.
Right in the city of Cape Town, Western Cape hosted the 2023 National Convention as led by Prophet Emmanuel, the provincial governor of the Union.
Governor, Imo State government in Nigeria, the leadership or whoever is in charge, like the premier here, is called governor of Imo State. So is that nomenclature that Capetown is implying? Aside from that, in the constitution of Imo State, every provincial chapter chairman in South Africa is called a provincial chairman. And he in turn becomes vice national president of the same union. All the whole provincial chapters, their leadership, the chairman in particular, is a national vice chairman. Yes, we do have a national president and deputy national president. But if you're a chairman of any province, you are automatically, in the Imo State Constitution, you are a national vice president. So that when we have our national convention, the chairman of Capetown is going to sit as a national vice president of the union. But we do have one national deputy president, while other national provincial chairperson are national vice presidents. The 7 of them, they bear the same name. I always say, what is in a name? The governor is not constitutional, it's not in our constitution. So I, as a former secretary, I defute that. I refute it entirely.
Okay, why did they choose to use that name governor? Because the name governor is raising a dust.
To start with, you can't deprive people of their pride. A human being is a pride animal. Where we come from, we are used to governor. So now, get this. Let's practically get this. We have a national president. In Nigeria, we have a national president. Then the province here, like in Nigeria, is the states. Here we are using chairman as leader of the province.
Yes.
In Nigeria, the province becomes state.
Yes.
So the nomenclature is that this Capetown is not like a state. And that chairman is invariably a governor.
Okay, one of the clips that I listened to from one of the social media publishers who published against or trying to form a negative image about the Nigerians, using that as a point of reference.
I hope, let me cut you short there. I hope you remember that Isusa, Imo State Union, South Africa, is registered under South African DTI.
Yes.
It's not a mushroom organization. It's not something that is started on backyard. No. Whatever requirement government needs from us, we are fulfilling them. We are in business. It's an NGO, duly registered.
Okay, one more question that I want to ask.
And don't forget also that whenever we have a national convention, like it's coming again this year, we notify our state government. And they know about this organization. The consulate knows that this consulate thing exists. I wonder why the negativity around the whole thing. I don't see anything in it. What is in NM? And this person is also having an office where he's selling Nigerian foodstuff. Which governor is he? Tell me which state is he ruling or which province is he ruling? And this meeting is only once in a month. We gather, pay our dues, be each other brother's keeper, eat whatever we cook and go home. What are we doing? Just to foster brotherhood.
Right, this organization is set to inaugurate the new administration of its leadership by this time next month. AIA will bring you updates as soon as they are made available. For now, I am Nelson Chinemere Makachukwu, AIA News, African Image Expression, Western Cape, Capetown, South Africa.
Inspired by the declaration of Nelson Chinemere Makachukwu, AIE TV, through media and storytelling, is committed to bringing stories and news that is accurate, encouraging, and inspiring to motivate nations.